Alright, so here's the performance for this trick. With the shuffle deck of cards, like this, the cards can be examined, all the cards are different. The spectator can pull out any card they like. Let's just say they pull out this one, it really doesn't matter. So, for the performance, I will actually not look at the card, so please go ahead and remember that card the best of your ability. After they're done, I'm going to have them call a stop anywhere they like. Let's just say they call a stop there. And I'm going to place the card, again, remember this card, one last look, smack in the center of the pack. After that, give it some cuts, like so. Alright, and maybe even a little bit of a riffle shuffle, like this. Now, most magicians, after they did all the shuffles, they're going to control the card that they place at the top. But, just to prove you wrong, the cards are nowhere near the top. Alright, so, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take some cards face down, some cards face up. So, not only does it mix up the order of the cards, it also mixes up the orientation of the cards. Like this. Right? So some cards are face up, some cards are face down, and some cards are facing this way. Alright? So, the cards are interlaced like this. If I were to go through the deck right now and turn everything over, it's going to take me some time, right? But as magicians, we don't have that kind of time. We're always on the run. So, here's what magicians do when they run into this kind of problem. They do this. And then it's done. Every single card turns face up, except for one. And hopefully, that was your selected card, the 8 of spades. If you like that trick, stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so here is the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. This trick requires no gimmicks, nothing at all, and it's actually really, really easy. And it has some of the biggest effects on spectators that I have ever seen in a magic trick. So yeah, let's just get straight into the tutorial. The deck can be borrowed, it can be your own deck, it can be a brand new from a box if you want. But just know that the cards can be shuffled and not gimmicked at all. Spectator can shuffle the cards until they're satisfied. Like so. After that, you're just going to spread out the cards and have them pick any card they like, okay? This is a legitimate free choice. There's no force involved whatsoever. So, let's just say they picked this card, and for tutorial purposes, we're going to look at the card. Okay, it's the Jack of Hearts. Alright, so remember, at this point, you don't know what the spectator picked, okay? Only they know, okay? You're going to ask them to remember this card. And then, after that, you're going to scrub the deck. And you're going to ask them to call a stop anywhere they like as you riffle through, okay? So you're just going to riffle through. I just say to call a stop there, right? And you take the pack that they stopped at, and you just place it on top like that. Take everything. So the card right here is the spectator's card. You show them again, remember this card, don't forget it, or else the trick is over, anything like that. And then you say you're going to put a back on top. As you're putting it on top, you're going to catch a pinky break, like that. So, it's really simple. Just put your pinky so that your flesh is touching this part of the cards. And as you're just putting it down, it'll automatically just like have a break right there. And then after that, what I like to do is I just cut all the cards above the break, like this, put it down, and then just take small packets from the rest of your pack and just drop it on top, okay? After you did this, the card that they picked should be on the bottom, and you can give it a riffle shuffle if you like that. It doesn't matter, because as long as the Jack of Hearts is on the bottom, you're ready to go. In the trick, I actually didn't do this, but if I were performing this to a real audience, I would actually do a little bit of like a peek at the cards. So I just like to spin the cards like this. And if you're looking at your own angle when you're spinning the cards like this, you actually will get a glimpse of what this card is. And just that quick seconds, you just have to act natural. Okay, spin the cards, and you know it's the Jack of Hearts. Okay, but in the performance for this video, I didn't do it. But just know you can do this. And after you spin the cards and you know what the card is, you can hand the cards over to the spectator. Or if you want to be extra safe, look at the cards, give it a cut, and hand it to the spectator. Because then, when if they look through the cards, the card that they selected won't be at the bottom. Because if it is, that looks kind of fishy. Okay, so after that, they can actually shuffle the cards because you already know what the card is. Okay, and after that, they hand them to you, and all you have to do is just find their card, like this, and give it a little. Maybe give it. Let me see. Okay, and then maybe give them a little bit of misdirection, so that you can put the Jack of Hearts back on the bottom. So, anyways, after you have the selected card on the bottom of the cards, you're gonna explain to them that you're gonna shuffle the cards face up and face down, and not only does it mix up the order of the cards, it also mixes up the orientation. So this move is actually very crucial for this trick. So I'm actually going to start over from the beginning. So because if you don't do this right, the trick won't work. Okay, so you're just going to push off some cards into your other hand, just a small packet of cards. And then when you feel like you're ready, just turn your wrist over and spread cards on the bottom. Not on top, on the bottom, right? So the cards are always on top of your your packet of cards. These cards in your other hand is always on top. So spread, turn over on top, and then spread more cards, flip over on top. So when you're doing this, you're actually not mixing up the orientation at all, which I'll explain to you in just a moment. But what you have to keep in mind is the last card right here is actually the spectator's card. So you want to turn everything over at the end and just place this one single card, which is the spectator's card, on top, like this, and then square it up. If you did everything right so far, the cards should look something like this. You have a packet of face down cards, a packet of face up cards, and you have the spectator's card that's face down on the top. Okay, so you're going to explain to them that some cards are face up. When you're lifting, just make sure you're lifting about 1/4 of the cards, so that it guarantees you to cut somewhere where the cards are face up. Okay, because no matter where you cut, as long as it's in the upper half of the cards, you're gonna end up with something face up, right? Place it back top, and you're gonna cut way more this time, and cut more than half, and that'll guarantee you with a face down card. Place it back, and then this is the part that kind of gets some people, but it's actually very easy. If you don't hold the cards if you don't grip the cards very tightly, you can see that the cards have a natural break at where the cards ends up being like face down and the face down, or facing the other direction. There will just be a natural break right here in the cards. So you want to just lift up that natural break and show that some cards are even face down to face down, right? This is very simple, natural break, and you're just gonna lift it up, and you're probably gonna get it, okay? And let's just say you don't get it the first time. Let's just say you missed like one or two cards. You can always just look at the cards, because now this packet has very little cards, and the break will be more. You will see the break more, so you can lift up more cards, and you're gonna get to the break like this. Once you're here, you don't want to turn it back over and place it on top. This is what actually makes this triumph effect. You're just gonna place it on top. So practically what you just did is you turn everything above the natural break over and just place it on the top. And it should look very natural. It should just look, some cards are face up, some cards are face down, and some cards are face this way. And it should just look very natural, and you're just gonna say, okay, and place the cards down. So what you just did is you just finished the trick. You turn everything over except for the selected card. So, of course, you can explain to them that, you know, everything that I explained to them in the trick, or you can say that, you know, I can make everything turn over at once with a snap, and then you sort of just... And what I like to do is I actually like to turn the cards over, because if you show them the cards this way, oh, sure, the Jack of Hearts is that one, and, okay, boom, the trick's over. But what if you turn the cards over? That'll give them a second impact. It's like every card turns over. Boom. First, like, you know, first reveal. Shoot. You know, that's so cool, right? And then you point to this card. And then you slide it out, and you're like, you know, and boom. The second sort of... it turns this little sort of reveal at the end into two separate reveals, which I think would have more impact on the spectator. But yeah, that was a trick. It's actually super, super easy. Try this at home. It's really, really easy. And when you get it, everybody will be fooled. And yeah, that's it for this video, and see you guys in the next one.